Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Now in today's video we are going to be doing another update of Baltimore Thurgood International Airport. It's been a while since we've done one of these updates, so I do have quite a few things to go over. Also, I was hoping that some of the new Gemini new release aircraft would arrive by time I do this update so I could incorporate them into this update, a few aircraft in particular, but sadly they haven't arrived yet, so I'm going to have to postpone that till next month's Baltimore update. But with that being said, next month's Baltimore update is going to be amazing. We're going to have some new aircraft in. It's going to be absolutely great. But this update as well is going to be a good one. We got some aircraft I got in the month of December that I haven't been able to use yet, so we've got some of those aircraft on the update. But without further ado, I guess we're just going to go ahead and get started here with Spirit. Starting off here, we have a Spirit Airlines A321. He's just currently getting loaded up for a flight out to Myrtle Beach. Then next to him here, just pushing back, we have another Spirit A321. He's just pushed back and he's going to be heading out to Orlando in Florida. And then finally, for the almost the low cost kind of section, we have a Frontier A320neo. He's going to be heading out to Miami later. Next, moving on to the Legacy Airlines, here we have a Delta Airlines 737-900. He's going to be heading out to Atlanta. They are currently using the Dash 800 on the Atlanta route. However, I don't have my 800s yet. Hopefully they should come literally any day as I'm recording this. They should be here any day now, but sadly they haven't arrived by this update. So we're just going to have to put up with a Dash 900 for this update. But he's going to be heading out to Atlanta, Hartsfield, Jackson. Next up here we have the Delta A319. He's going to be heading out to Detroit. I was going to send this one out to Minneapolis, of course, but sadly the Minneapolis route is operated on the A320, and I wouldn't mind getting an A320, but I think a lot of the A320s and A319s are kind of going to be retired soon and kind of replaced by the A220 among other aircraft as well. So I don't know if it's worth getting an A320. If a company releases an A320, I will definitely go for it, but if I have to kind of backtrack and get one of the really expensive rare ones, then maybe not. But then next here we have the United 737-800. He's doing the round trip to Chicago O'Hare. And then finally for this terminal we have an American A320. He's arrived in from Charlotte Douglas and he's going to be heading back out there. And moving on to the second terminal here we have a British Airways 787-8. He's going to be heading out to London Heathrow. Now, of course, at the moment, this flight isn't operating because of the whole pandemic. However, I did want to include this into this update just because this is the brand new 787-8. If you don't know, I actually got a newer version of the British Airways 787-8 versus my older version, which I think was made in like 2008 or something crazy like that. So this is the newer version. The livery is done a little bit better on this model, so this is an updated version of the 787-8 I had before. So although this route isn't currently in operation, I wanted to add that in just to kind of show off this new aircraft. But as I said, he's going to be heading out to London Heathrow. And next up, moving on to Southwest. Starting off here, we have a Southwest 737-700 in the new colors, the heart livery. He's going to be heading out to Orlando. Then next along, we have another Southwest Airlines 737-700. He's going to be heading out to Jacksonville. Then we have another Southwest 737-800. He's going to be heading out to Tampa. Next up, we have a Southwest Airlines 737-700 in the Canyon Blue livery. He's going to be heading out to Fort Lauderdale. Now, I didn't mean to do this and I'm only just realizing this now, but this 737 is going to be heading out to Charleston, and so far that's the only non-Florida route we've had, so that's quite ironic with this one being Florida 1, but there we go, he's going to be heading out to Charleston. And then finally here we have a Southwest Airlines 737-800. He's going to be heading out to Montego Bay. And next, moving on to the cargo section for this update, we have 3 Boeing 747-8Fs. Starting off here, we have the first one, which is a UPS 747-8. He's going to be operating with heavy service out to Louisville. Then next along here in the middle, we have an Airbridge Cargo, or ABC Cargo 747-8F. He's going to be operating out to Los Angeles. And then finally here, we have a Polar Air Cargo, Boeing 747-8F. He's going to be heading out to Cologne in Germany. And next up here, moving on to the taxiway, we have a Southwest Airlines 737-700 in the Triple Crown 1 livery. He's going to be heading out to Kansas City. And then here, holding short of the runway, we have a Southwest Airlines 737-800 in the Canyon Blue livery. He's going to be heading out to Houston Hobby. Now, before I continue with the rest of the update, I do want to give a bit of a Southwest update. So Southwest are starting a few new flights out of Baltimore over the next coming months. The first date of which we have February 14th, Valentine's Day, the day after my birthday. We have 2 new routes starting out. We have Sarasota, and then the second route is a very highly anticipated route. We also have Chicago O'Hare. Southwest are starting flights from Chicago O'Hare to many airports, and one of those airports being Baltimore Thurgood. And so starting February 14th, we can actually include one of these routes. Then March 11th actually comes a pretty exciting route. If you remember back to when I did my Savannah suggested update, when I was recording that update, it was just announced that Southwest were going to start flights out of Savannah. However, back then the routes weren't announced, which routes they were going to be. But now we know. So starting March 11th, Southwest are going to be starting flights from Savannah to Chicago Midway, Dallas Love Field, Houston Hobby, Nashville, and of course Baltimore. And then finally on June 6th of this year, we're going to have flights starting on Southwest to Jackson, Missouri. So that's some pretty exciting Southwest news for this update, and I can't wait to add these routes into future updates. And then quickly before concluding the update, I do want to draw attention to this area of the airport. Now, when I first built this airport, this area was originally going to be a general aviation area, but as there aren't really many general aviation aircraft in 1:400 scale, this area has just kind of been an area where I occasionally put some aircraft in the updates, but occasionally I just leave it empty. But what I've been thinking about is maybe turning this area into some kind of heavy cargo ramp. So Baltimore gets quite a few big cargo aircraft. It was actually scheduled earlier this year that the Antonov 225 was going to fly into Baltimore. However, sadly that was cancelled. But that did get me thinking, what if I turn this area into a heavy cargo ramp? This would essentially be one gate, but it would be one for like a big aircraft. So it'd be another gate for the 747-8s, the C5 Super Galaxy, the Antonov 124, and eventually, hopefully, if they ever fly this back there, the Antonov 225. Let me know what you think of this idea in the comments below, but apart from that, I want to move on to the next aircraft. And next here, concluding the updates, just taking off, we have the Chinese IL-76. He's going to be heading out to Reykjavik, Iceland. But apart from that, that does conclude this update of Baltimore Thurgood International Airport. I hope you did enjoy. Again, it's been a pretty long awaited one. We haven't had one of these updates since November. And again, I have a lot planned for the Baltimore updates next month, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But apart from that, I want to thank you very much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.